Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Tihami. Today we are going to make a very simple responsive navbar using HTML, CSS and a little bit of JavaScript code. So let's get started. So first let's make a folder called navbar, or you can name it whatever you want. Let's open this using our VS Code Insiders. You can use your own code editor. Let's make let's close this thing. Now let's make two files, one called index.html and another one is style.css. Nice. Now inside our HTML file, let's make a very basic HTML code and name this navbar. And let's link our CSS file with our HTML file using link tag. Done. Now let's open this using our live server. As you can see, our website is now live. The title is Navbar. Okay, now let's go in our CSS and let's say the default margin will be 0, default padding will be also 0, and default box sizing in the border box. Now let's go in our body tag and let's say the background color will be 0101 because my eyes are like hurting. It's too white. Okay, now let's go in our index.html file. Let's create a div called navbar, and inside our navbar div, let's make a div called navleft, and let's copy paste this one, and another one is navright. Now we got our both side navbar. Now let's inside our navleft, let's add an anchor tag called logo. Here you can put your own logo right here, and inside our navright, add as much as anchor tag you want. In my case, I'm only adding 4 to show you guys. Let's add a home, about, features, and lastly contact. Done. Now if we go back to our website, you'll see there is some anchor tags in our website, but this is not looking good. Let's style this in your CSS. Okay, firstly let's style our navbar. Let's go in a navbar and let's say the position will be fixed and display will be flex, and justify content will be space between, and let's say the width will be 100%. After adding this, you should see something like this, looking pretty nice. Now let's add a little bit of padding right here. Padding, I guess it will be around 30 pixels from everywhere, looking very good. Now let's say we want to add a little bit of blurred background in our navbar. If you want to add that, so you can just simply type blur backdrop filter, blur 10 pixel, and then WebKit backdrop filter, also blur 10 pixels. After that, let's add a background color. Let's add a background color and a gradient. Let's say 36, 36, 36, and 2A. Let's add a comma right here, and again let's give another color code, this and this. It should look something like this. It's blur, but you can see if you add a background image in our back, in our body tag, you will see the blur effect. It looks very nice. Now, so our navbar is now complete. Now let's copy our nav left. Let's go in our CSS file. Let's paste this right here and let's customize this anchor tag. Let's give the font size to 22 pixels, and color will be of course white, and the text decoration will be none. As you can see, this is looking pretty nice than before. Now you can just simply copy and paste this one and change this nav left to right. You should see something like this. Hold on, but we need to add a little bit thing here, like padding, right? 20%. As you can see now, this is a nice gap. Now you'll see a little bit gap right here. We need to fix this. We simply just copy this thing and paste it right here, and let's add an child, and this will be number 4, the last one. And let's say for the last one, the padding will be 0. You should see like something like this. Now let's add the animation right here. Before adding the animation, let's once again use this display flex, and also here let's say the position will be relative. Nice. Now let's add the animation right here. Let's copy this one, paste it right here, and let's add an after right here. That's a curly braces, and then let's say the content will be nothing. Let's say the position will be relative, display will be block, margin will be auto. After margin auto, let's say the width will be 100%. After that, let's say the height will be 3 pixels, and the background color will be white. Let's go back in our website and let's see. Yeah, as you can see, there is a nice line under that. And to add the animation, let's say the width will be from here 0, and the transition will be, I guess, 0.7 seconds. I guess that's enough. Now let's say the nav right, anchor tag, hover, and then after in here, when you hover the thing, let's see the width will be 100%. Now you'll see a very smooth animation, right, like this, something like this. Now we have done our website in desktop version, but we also need to make this responsive. Navbar, it's not responsive. If you go in inspect mode, and you'll see this is getting worse if we shrink the size. So let's fix this thing right here. Let's copy this 850. Before that, let's go search font awesome CDN. From here, I'll put the link in the description down below, so you can just come here and copy this thing. Let's copy the tag, only the tag, not anything else. Let's go in our index.html file. Let's say the link will be here, and let's go in font awesome. After adding the font awesome CDN, you can just go to the font awesome website, and here you can and search in menu. You will see this. Let's copy this thing. Let's close this file, and let's go back to our file. Okay, I guess we can just simply make this thing UL. It will be much easier to go using UL. If you go back to our website, nothing should be changed. Everything should be fine. Then after that, now let's make a div called menu icon, and inside this, let's add the icon right here. I'll put the both link in my description, so you can just click on them and it will take you straight to the website. Now here, let's add a on-click function. Google menu nice. This is a function now. Now if you go back to your website, you should see nothing because it's too small. If you look closer, you can see that thing. So let's customize this thing in our CSS. Let's copy the menu I and come back in our CSS, and let's say the color will be white and the font size, I guess it will be 30 pixels. As you can see, this looks pretty nice now. Now let's go back in our HTML file. Guys, I got a little bit fever right now. Pray for me so I can get well very fast. Let's add a script right here. Inside our script, let's make a variable called navbar, and the navbar will be document dot query selector. Let's say it will be this one dot navbar. Let's copy and paste this thing, and now let's say it will be menu I. Let's also paste the menu I right here, and let's say the default height of our navbar dot style dot height will be how much? 70 pixel. No, it's too small. Let's say it will be 90 pixel. What about 100 pixel? This is too big. Let's say it will be 95 pixel. Yeah, this is okay now. Now let's work with the function that we have called like here, right here. Now if you go in our console, you'll see there is an error because we have made a function right here in JavaScript. We have created a function, but we have called a function, but it's not there. Like it's not finding any function called toggle menu. So let's create this. Simply come here and let's say the function, and let's add toggle menu and remove this, and let's add a if else statement, and let's say if navbar dot style dot height is equals to, you need to type it two equal signs like this, and here let's say if the height is 95 pixel, then copy and paste this thing. I'm too lazy, write it again. Okay, let's say then the height will be 170 pixel, and else you need to remove one thing right here. I typed two equal signs because it is equals to, and in here you need to type only one equal sign. Besides, you need to remove one sign. Besides it won't work. So let's copy this thing. Else, let's say the else height will be the default 95 pixel. Now if you go back in your index.html, you should see something like this. It's working pretty fine, but there is a problem. You can see this in our desktop version also. So let's fix this thing. Let's go in our style.css. Let's say in our desktop version the display will be none. Now it should be removed in our desktop version, but if we go back to our inspect mode, let's again copy this thing 850. Let's say @media, and let's say the max width will be 850 pixel, and let's the curly braces right here, and let's say from here the menu I will be visible to us. Let's say the display will be block. Now if you just make this a little bit bigger, now you shouldn't see that thing right here, but if you shrink it and the width, if the width goes below or equals to 850, then you should see this thing. Pretty sick, right? Now let's let it's working, but it's too fast. Like we did a little bit smooth transition. So let's make that. Let's go with a navbar. Let's say the transition will be 0.7 seconds also here. Oops, it's the transition. Now you should see a very smooth transition like here, but it's too slow. You can adjust your settings from the CSS. I'm giving it only 0.5 seconds, so it's not too slow or not too fast. Okay, now we have done making our navbar responsive, but it's not the thing. The buttons are not inside our responsive section. We need to take that in there also. So let's go here in our CSS and let's say the nav right. Got nav right. Let's say the flex direction to the column. It should be something like this. Now if we close the responsive button, click on the responsive button, if it closed, you should see something like this. But we need to fix this thing. So to fix this thing, simply go to our navbar and type here overflow. Now this should be fixed. Now let's go back to our media query. Now let's say the flex direction is column, and let's say the margin top will be, I guess, 70 pixels. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Now another thing, let's say the margin, the padding right will be 0. Now let's say the text align will be center. There is a problem, this is not looking nice, so let's fix this thing. We can just simply add a temporary border to see what's the problem right here. It's a tape, call it red. Yeah, so as you can see the padding right, it's getting a little bit padding from the right side. We need to fix this thing. As you can see, there is a gap here. I guess it won't be margin, right? Let's see. It's not fixed yet. I guess I have screwed something up right here. Let's go check up. It's padding right. Padding right, 0 pixels. It's not working. Oh, I understand what kind of mistake I have done here. It won't work if we give it right here. We need to give this in our anchor tag. Now we can remove this important. Now you should see something like this. Wait, let's add a border to show you. Yeah, now as you can see, this is looking pretty sick. This is now in the center also. Now as you can see, this is now looking pretty nice in responsive mode. So this is how you can make this responsive, but if you shrink it a little bit more, then you'll see that this is not looking good in if we get a little bit small. Like let's say when it gets to 300 pixel width, like 300 pixel screen mobile, then it will just break. As you can see, this breaks. So to fix this thing, let's go down and let's say media, and let's say the max. Let's again type the max width, and let's say the max width will be 300 pixels. And here let's say dot nav left, a font size will be 18 pixels, I guess. It's now smaller. And let's say the menu eyes font also will be 22 pixels. I guess it's okay. Let's make this also small. Let's say the nav right anchor tag, its font will be also 18 pixels. Oh my god. So it looks pretty nice now. Whenever it gets below or equals to 300 pixel width, it gets a little bit smaller, but if you shrink a little bit more, you'll see it breaks when it comes to 230 with 230 pixels. So let's fix this thing. Let's paste it right here. You can just copy and paste the whole thing. Let's say it will be, I guess, 230, and let's say here the font size will be 12 pixels. It will be 18 pixel, and it will be also 12 pixels. Yeah, pretty much. But if you look closely, it's getting, the links are getting in our right side. So let's add a little bit padding right here. Let's say nav right padding right will be, I guess, 20 pixel, or what about here? Here, let's say the padding right will be 70 pixel. Too much. Or 50. Yeah, looking fine. This is now in the center. If we shrink this a little bit more, then when I guess it gets, let's just copy this thing 523. Your computer, if you want, you can just customize your choice. I just give you a template. In my previous video, I have also told you that you can mess with these things and get your own settings. So let's add another media query, and let's say the max width will be this pixels, and let's say the nav right will be nav right's padding right. How much did I give here? It's 50 pixels, right? So let's give it another 20 pixels. Yeah, it's now looking pretty nice. Hold on. What happened here? It's not getting small. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice now. You can just keep making it smaller and smaller. And now this is how you can make a responsive navbar. Oh, again, there is a problem. If you look closely, if we just remove the inspect mode and if we keep this thing open, then you'll see something like this. So let's go in a navbar and let's go and fix this thing. Let's say the height will be always 95 pixels in desktop version. Now you should see something like this. Now, as you can see, this is looking fine. So guys, this is how you can make a responsive navbar very easily. It's pretty fast, you can just create this in few line of codes. So this is for this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And guys, you guys didn't subscribe to my channel, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm a beginner. I'm like a small plant. Help me to grow up. Thanks guys for watching. See you in our next video. Bye.